Hi, this is Jackie Murray. I'm with Ask a Tech Teacher. I'm your guide through these 32 lessons in the Structured Learning Technology curriculum. We're in first grade and we're on lesson 12. Lesson 12 is about fills. So it's a discussion of how fills that you put into drawings, how color, texture can make a big difference in communicating ideas in their drawings. So students can use their fills to get ideas across that they wouldn't otherwise if they just colored it in or picked a picture off the public domain images that they were allowed to visit. Fills are very powerful. You'll see as we get into them. So not a lot of new words. Fill might be a new one. Here's a problem students might have if you have a drawing and you divide it into pieces and then fill each piece with a different fill. Then students might experience the problem where the fill goes out of the section they poured it in and it goes into another section. So the way you fix that, of course, is by snugging up those lines so they close the opening. So you might have to explain that to students. So the only new skill really is the strategic use of fills. Students probably have used fills just in other things they've been doing, but they may not understand how effective they are at accomplishing things. So essential question, how do fills uh, communicate ideas in a different way than colors? And they're a quick way to color a shape as well as get thoughts across. Okay, you want to have some coloring book pages. These will be very familiar to students. They will recognize them from what they do with their crayons, and you want them to have them available online that students can use them. A lot of art programs have coloring books included with them, so take advantage of those. KidPix has a very extensive one that has lots of fun coloring pages, or you can go other places to download them, which I think we've got them coming up here. You'll see some links that you can use here. Whether you're on a computer or an iPad, you have different places you can go. So this is for you. Fills and coloring. There's some excellent tie-ins between art in general and the Common Core standards for mathematical practice. So read over this, maybe even visit their publication. Here's their ideas of stuff that might have an impact. If you're hesitant about spending your time in your classroom on coloring pages, read this over. It'll change your mind. So discuss coloring books. Students are used to them. I got both of these as public domain images online. Students can either import them into a program they're using for coloring that has, let me go to the student book, that has fills, paint bucket fills, or they could just use a crayon to color them in. If you don't have access to paint bucket fills in your particular program, you can easily just color them in. Use their annotation tool and then just color them in the way they want, or import it into their art program, color it in, whichever works better. So you can, if they don't, if they need to import these pictures, you could either have them use the annotation tool attached to the PDF or have this available that they won't have to do a right click and save as and import and all that stuff. It's hard for a kindergartner. Just have it where they can download it right into their coloring program. Okay, so they're going to color it. And then you want them to color it, whatever. Here's a nice turkey that's colored colorfully for Thanksgiving. And they can do the same. They can color it any number of looks and then share it with each other and have their neighbor tell them, what do they see when they see this drawing compared to this one? Now this is from ABC Paint. They do have coloring pages, so you might go there and get some of those. They also let you add little pizzazzes to it. So just have them discuss the difference they see when they're colored differently. Starts out exactly the same, but what happens when it's colored differently? How does it communicate the message differently? Next, you want to take one picture. These are all from KidPix, but you'll have a similar picture. You could take this picture and color it three ways. First, color it in all one color, green or yellow or blue or whatever color, but only one, but then use different textures to tell the difference between what's going on. It's pretty clear in this picture what's going on because of the textures used. So do that, then switch it, and this time color it psychedelically, just crazy colors, whatever they want. It can be all colors, anything they want. Most kids just go crazy with that. I mean, the colors are all over the place, and it's nothing like you'd see in nature, and that's fine. We like our children to be creative. Then this one is as realistic as possible. So have them then take their picture of the turtle and color him green and brown and yellow and black where that would belong in a real turtle. They can even look up a turtle on Google Images or wherever you keep your images and color it as realistic. Then you can see the difference between these three examples. This takes a while because you don't want to rush the students. Probably takes 2 classes to do all 3 of them. Only save one. They could save all 3 actually, but only print one. It'll save your printing, and then you'll have one that you can put around the classroom and display for everyone. So students who finish early, and some will, have them practice their keyboarding. Big Brown Bear typing is a good one. You want them only working on key placement, elbows at the sides, posture. You don't want them worrying about curved fingers, hands on their own side of the keyboard, none of that. You just want them to be remembering that keys are placed in different places and where is that W and the X and the R and the A key. Exit ticket, have a neighbor verify that whichever picture was saved or all 3 was saved in the student's digital portfolio. So they'll actually go in through however that is for you and verify that the picture is in there, because you'll need these pictures for open house. You're going to do a display of the student work for open house, so you're going to want these available without having to go back and redo them. I think that's about it. Let's see if there was anything else in the student part. These are digital coloring pages they could be using available. You'll see some of the examples here. You can click there and you'll get some coloring pages. Okay, I think that's it. Take notes. This is for the students' notes, so they're not going to be writing a lot, but by this time in kindergarten, they might be writing some. You take your notes too, though. So you tell yourself, this is what went right and wrong with this lesson. Next year, I want to do this. Okay, guys, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to hearing from you. I always enjoy talking with you. Have a great week.